It is time to get raw. It is time to get down. It is time for the RAWDOWN, the #1 source for all things WWE, right here at the Turnbuckle Tavern. I am your host, Young Anthony of the Titan Trauma, and I'm joined with my co-host, as always, the greatest trio in all of professional wrestling podcasting. First of all, he is the MVP of the Tavern and of the Chick Foley Show and of Open Mic. He is Marco. Marco, how are you doing?
I'm doing swell. I mean, I miss you guys.
I missed you too.
Yeah, so this is.
I didn't.
Marco's too busy putting those LinkedIn posts up, going crazy on
just
LinkedIn.
Networking everywhere, but
networking and all that shit.
Glad to be back.
Good to have you back. And as always, be careful, he's gonna fire you. It's J-Bone. I'm coming down the aisle. J-Bone, how's it going?
I'm putting the ones up because I am your RAWDOWN chief, baby.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
yeah, I'm ready to defend this title. And my last opportunity to use Money in the Bank
That's
here, right?
True.
Yeah.
So if I lose, because give me the title because I'm cashing it in.
Well, we do have a show coming up this weekend. We have a few shows coming up this weekend in the world of wrestling. You know, you've got Double or Nothing, which is sure to be a fun show. We've got Tyson in the building. Welcome, Tyson. Welcome to Paul Ellering. We've got a good crowd here tonight. Tell your friends and tell your enemies that the Turnbuckle Tavern is live. Like I was saying, we have AEW, Double or Nothing, should be a fun show. We have
Siege, dude. Don't forget about
NXT
the
Battleground is on also
God.
on Sunday. Sleeper will be a good show as well. But on Saturday afternoon, live from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, it's WWE Night of Champions.
It's Afternoon of Champions.
Yes. Midday
Yes,
of
it is.
Champions.
Afternoon show, Night of Champions, where not all of the champions will be defending their titles, but it's still a Night of Champions nonetheless. We've got 7 matches as of Thursday, May 25th at 8:09 p.m. to discuss, and I don't think we will be seeing any more additions to the card. Overall thoughts on the show. What are your hype levels going in? Maybe 1 through 5, 5 being the highest. Marco, we'll start with you.
For this one, let's see. There's a lot of, there's a lot riding on this this show. Obviously, you're crowning the new World Heavyweight Champion. You had finally some type of excitement coming back into the Bloodline story with the return of Roman and him going for pretty much the rest of the titles, minus, the United States and the Intercontinental. We'll say the other main titles. I'm pretty hyped. I'm gonna go with, we'll go 3.5. We'll go 3.5 on this one. And I'm interested in the Brock Lesnar Cody match. I want to see how crazy that's gonna get as well, because it's supposed to be a fight.
I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight you. We're not wrestling.
We're fight.
We're gonna fight. So.
Nice.
That might be a surprise. That might be like a sleeper match, because I think everyone's just think it's gonna be a squash match, and suplexes and then Cody loses. I think it's gonna be like the crazy, like the gimmicky match, if anything. So
put your dukes up. We're here to
fight. We're here to fight.
We'll tussle in Saudi Arabia. J-Bone, what's your excitement levels for the show?
I'm pretty excited, actually.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Yeah. I actually love this episode of Raw. Thought it was really good. So it was a solid episode. If I'm comparing the two go home shows between AEW and Raw, well, I guess technically tomorrow is the go home show, but anyways, at least the Raw go forward portion, I'm thinking WWE blew it out the water. Like a good go home show. They did some good storytelling throughout the night with Cody and Brock. I like the contract. I really like the contract signing a lot with Trish and Becky.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really dope. Super entertaining. Brought back some doggy dog horror.
Oh my god!
Bark for me, Trish. Bark for me.
Thought I was not alive for that segment.
Yeah, you weren't, and it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, you probably they wouldn't be able to. It would be called canceled nowadays if they ever tried to do that.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want females barking in the ring for their jobs.
So 1 to 5, what's your excitement level, J-Bo?
I'm gonna go 3.5 too.
3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm around a 3.5, maybe a 4, because I'm looking at this card, and I think some of the matches haven't been hyped up that well.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I mean, I think the funniest thing on Monday, and I don't know if this was like because of time, because they always do like right before the main event on the go home show, they'll just throw in all of the matches and they'll be like, oh, Cody and Brock, and also the tag team match and this match. But there was one part, there was one graphic that they just looped in like 3 matches onto the same screen. It was like the IC title and both the women's title matches into the same graphic. And I was like, oh, that just goes to show you.
Thanks.
And I think they're also going with a triple main event. That's what they also included on
okay, so the
graphics.
World Heavyweight Champion, the tag team match, and the
Cody and Brock.
Cody and Brock, yeah.
Which makes sense. All 3 of those matches could main event.
That's fine.
That could be a bonus question. Which match
what closes? Ooh, what match closes the show?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I do think that this will be a really fun show. I'm about a 3.5 to a 4 as well, because I think this is just going to be another case of, even though the show isn't perfectly built up for every single match, a lot of the matches have had really good builds. But even though a lot of these matches haven't had good builds, all the matches are going to deliver. So I think this is just going to be another really solid card. And I say we get on into this.
Well, one thing I wanted to add just to it before we go on, because I think they did a really good job with the short time that they had from Backlash to now. Just taking that, using that momentum coming off of Backlash and like just keeping it, pushing it forward.
Yeah.
They knew that, and there's going to be a little bit of a lull now, a little bit of a break between PLEs. So hopefully they kind of use this to really build story coming off of this. And I think, and I'm sure we'll mention this a lot. Yeah, the card is predictable, I would say, but I think there's some room for some good storytelling. So anyway, that's what I was going to say.
Let's get into the card. We're going to start with the SmackDown Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley defending her title against Natalya. I feel like whenever you win the women's title, you have to go through Natalya.
Yeah,
she's always just in line for a women's championship match.
Usually second in line too.
But I mean, the build for this was as basic as can be.
Right.
Rhea beats up Dana Brooke, Natalya for the save. Rhea promo. I think they had a promo together. I don't know. Yay! Yeah,
this is my least. I don't know what it is. I love Natalya. Like, she has a really good. She's good in ring, but she just has no character at all. She's definitely a heart. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to throw that little barb out just for the Chick-fil-A fans. But no, I mean it's fine. But yeah, she's got no character at all.
Yeah, you got to put Natalya in a wheelchair and have her, just start cutting heel.
There you go. Yeah, I forgot about that.
With the Canadian flag. That's a good idea.
I think the whole thing with Natalya, and I agree with you. I think she's a really good in-ring talent. She has been for however long. She's been 15 years now, probably. I think it's just the overexposure. I feel like she's in the same kind of category with, your Zigglers and your Mizes, where it's like we get to the point where you've seen them for so long, and it kind of just becomes the same thing if they don't change up their character a little bit or if they do something differently. And for Natalya, the last years have just been random women's title match or being in a tag team with someone else. And it's kind of just been flip-flop. So right now we're in the women's title kind of character of Natalya. I would like to see her do something differently. Maybe with the draft, we'll see something come about this, but I think this is just going to be a solid match for Rhea. Get her a good win. I'm sure we're all kind of in agreement with this prediction.
Yeah.
Rhea going over.
Yeah.
But I think this will be a really good match as well. And
what a great match.
Yeah, definitely. No, I agree. Definitely, if you want to, it's not really a hurdle for Rhea, but it'll be, Natalya's kind of like that, like it kind of said gatekeeper type deal. So that'll, we'll get to see like the technical aspect of Rhea's of wrestling arsenal, if anything, because now she's, obviously she has like that type of brawling brute type of style, but now she's going against someone with the technical ability to counteract that. So I think it'd be a pretty interesting match anyway, just to see how that plays out and how Rhea, counters any like submissions and all that type of stuff. So
they might be able to give like each other something, like Rhea, gets like to show off her, in-ring skills. She's very technical too.
Yep, exactly.
She does, because her character is so huge, it kind of gets overshadowed a little bit, and then vice versa. Like maybe this will give an opportunity for Natalya to show a little bit of character as well too. So, it's gonna be a good match. A good match.
Yeah, I like the idea of having Natty as like, even though we're saying like, Natty is just another opponent for like you said, Marco, to piggyback on your point, like it's going to give a different look into Rhea. Like we're going to see more of, can she match up with the technical ability of Natalya? Like Natalya has always been top 5 in-ring women's wrestler in the WWE. Gets, kind of overshadowed by the bigger personalities, but this is a good chance for Rhea to be able to match up with her, get her kind of in that shadow as like, she can still go up against top names. I think this is a win-win for both.
We kind of forget too that Natalya was a part of the, she partnered up with Beth Phoenix back in the day, and she's a powerhouse herself. She's pretty strong, so she can kind of match. I mean, obviously Rhea might be a little bit stronger than her, but that's a different type of deal for Rhea, where she has a technical prowess as well as she does have the strength to kind of match Rhea as well. So she might be able to throw her around as much as anyone else. So who knows? I guess I can't believe we're kind of hyping this matchup as like a good match, which is kind of funny, but I'm interested in it.
You kind of get these matches that get overshadowed with the triple main event. But with the lack of a build, I think this will be a good one. Also, I mean, random thing to bring up here, but Natty has history in Saudi Arabia. She was in the first women's match with Lacey Evans. Maybe this was also a request from Saudi Arabia to get her in a match here. Probably not, but
from the family.
You never know. But it'll be a good match. But I think Rhea goes over quite convincingly.
I'm surprised they didn't ask for Brett to be in her corner or something.
Well, they probably did ask, and they were like, "Well, we have."
He's like, I could probably fight Rhea as well. I'd probably have a good match with her if I wanted to.
Why does Marco have a great Bret Hart?
I could probably beat Rhea pretty quickly, but I'll let Natty do it.
I'm only fighting Rhea in Canada.
Unfortunately, Goldberg kicked me in my head. So I can't.
Oh my God. It always runs back to that.
I know Goldberg's big in Saudi Arabia.
He hates Goldberg so much.
My favorite Bret Hart line is, "If your kids are watching me on Saturday night, it's probably a good thing." Like wrestling, some dangerous like thing. They go, nobody can watch wrestling unless Bret Hart's wrestling.
Good guy, Bret Hart. Let's move on to the next match. Gunther is defending his Intercontinental Championship against Mustafa Ali.
Do we have it loaded up, please? Do we have that clip loaded up or no?
Oh,
No,
we don't.
We don't
No.
Get a life, kid.
Sorry, my bad. I forgot. I got
Point.
caught up last minute.
That was.
What
I don't
prompted that?
laugh like sometimes when there's like a little joke, I'll be like, that's funny. When Ali is cutting this passionate promo, and Brock just shoves the camera, turns around. The camera's not even in focus. He just turns around, gives him the point. Get a life, kid. I died laughing.
Why did that happen?
I forgot who it was. There was a hilarious meme of that this week. Somebody, it was like when I tell my dad about all the wrestling things that are going on, and it's just Brock going, "Get a life, kid."
What? I didn't even like read anything on it. Was that like just like out of the blue? Was it a shoot? Was it like? Was it a part of? I don't get what that was.
I mean, I'm sure it was part of the whole thing. Yeah, Paul Ellering talking about. Yeah, there are 3 women's matches this Saturday. Definitely a step in the right direction. But yeah, I'm sure this was
pretty good.
I'm sure that was part of the whole thing. But I mean, even with the funny moment aside, because it was hilarious. I don't know how to feel about you look at the other side of it. Ali's cutting this promo that he's never won a title in WWE, and this Saturday he's gonna do it, and that's how you end the segment. And
get a life, kid.
Get a life, kid. And then to go on to that, in the main event match, you had Imperium take on SAMI, KO, and Riddle. And I know, KO and SAMI are in the tag match this Saturday. You have to make them look strong. But Ali is nowhere to be found in this match.
Exactly.
Could they not have done something that Ali's trying to prove himself? Maybe gets involved in the match. He's just a complete non-factor here. It makes me a little nervous as to not nervous, but it makes me think, if they don't care, then why should I care?
Yeah,
that's kind of my outlook.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what happened to Austin Theory and John Cena.
Right.
Except the problem with that, with the Theory Cena thing, was Theory and Cena.
Right.
It's the United States Championship match, and you have John Cena coming back. So it's supposed to be a big. And by the way, let's talk about that for a second, if we can. Break them off. Because John Cena was like, basically said, "Yeah, what I tell him in the back is what I told him out in front." Like, what are we doing, Cena? Burying the kid. Jesus. You're supposed to have some type of shroud of mystery here, okay? Can we?
Cena just went up to Trips in the back, was just like, "He's not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy, pal." He goes, "Hey, oh, but you're gonna pay me how much? Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna bury him. Okay."
Nobody cares, and he was right.
God,
he's so right. Like, nobody cares about Theory's character. There's like nothing. Like,
it's still
he's not pulling you in. Like, you have to be pulled in. You have to like feel something, and he doesn't make anyone feel anything.
He's defending the title against Sheamus tomorrow. Did anyone know? Because I just found out about this.
I knew that.
Really?
Yeah, they announced it last week on SmackDown. But I mean, it makes sense.
Happening on SmackDown, not on the pay-per-view.
I mean, you can't defend the United States Championship in Saudi Arabia.
That's a good point.
Why would you do that?
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That's hilarious, actually.
But so, anyways, Gunther and Ali.
What about your great guys?
Gunther.
All right,
chop Ali's head off.
Are we all in agreement on Gunther?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many chops is Sir Gunther gonna give?
Well, considering I don't see this match going long because of the other matches that are on this card, and also looking at how Backlash was, that there were, even though there were only 2 matches that were long, there was still a lot of filler. So I still think that kind of caps this match at around 5 to 7 minutes at most. I'm going with a solid 10 chops.
Ooh, that's high. It's a high number.
It's kind of high, yeah.
It's kind of high, yeah.
Dang. This is tough. I'm gonna go with 6. 6 chops. I don't think it's gonna be consecutive chops. I think it's gonna be like spread throughout the match.
All right.
So
I get the benefit of being on Price is Right here.
oh no.
I'm not going $1, but I am going the other way because I was going to say 10, so I'm going with 11.
Wow, jeez.
Damn. So if he gets 8, do me and Marco get the point since it's right in the middle?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So like if it's like in the middle, like both ways, and each person gets a point.
All right, I'll take that.
Nice.
One more thing before we move on from this match. I don't get what's going on with Ali. He's a great wrestler. He's shown it in 205. He's a great guy. He's shown it in 205 Live. He was about to, apparently, I just still don't really believe it, but he was about to get Kofi's push in 2019.
I don't believe. Does anyone believe that?
I really don't.
I don't.
I think maybe
that.
he was supposed to be in that match, obviously, but
yeah, like the Elimination Chamber match, right?
Right. Yeah.
And he probably was going to go far in the match, but like that all happened organically.
Yeah.
I think Daniel Bryan. I don't know who the opponent was supposed to be, but he was supposed to have somebody else.
He was supposed to face Kevin Owens, I think. I think he was shoehorned in.
Yeah.
I really don't think they knew what they were doing with the world title. And they kind of just got lucky with the whole Kofi Mania thing. They were like, oh, yes, that was our idea. But shooting back to my original point. So, he was in a huge position, coming from 205 Live, having all these matches with Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander, and then coming into the main roster and almost apparently getting a world title match.
And almost apparently being responsible for 9/11.
Oh my God. Let's not bring that one up. And now we're at the point in 2023, and I'm not even talking about the whole retribution stuff and the stuff with Mansoor, because it gets lost in my brain. Yeah. But this character of Ali just makes no sense to me, that he's like over the top positive. He's doing like the Bo Dallas stuff, right? And then now all of a sudden he's going against Gunther. He was a jobber. He's a free agent. Now he's facing for the IC title. Now he's back to being an underdog and cutting this babyface promo. Like, what are we doing with him? Can't you just have Ali do what he was doing before the retribution stuff? Have him come out with the, when he had like the light up stuff and
like
shit.
The light up hand and the
that was
light
pretty
up
cool.
mask.
I feel like that would be such a more likable character than whatever they're doing with him right now. They're just dropping the ball on him. I want to see him do a lot better, but just don't have.
He's just creator wrestler right now.
Yeah, pretty much. He was,
and it's not even his fault. Like, he comes with all these great ideas, but I feel like it's just create a wrestler where it's like where you need a certain guy on your roster. They could just change up his attire, create a new entrance and just throw him in the card. I would love to see much more from him, positioning wise. Character,
you didn't like his name was it's supposed to be like a play on Ali. It was like Positive Ali.
Like, that's awful. Like, it's so bad.
like Positive.
That's not a
Ali.
good thing. That's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Positive Ali bad.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, yeah. He's one of those dudes where I always wanted to see him like mix it up with like Seth Rollins at some point. And he kind of mentioned that too in an interview like a while back. Because I think that match would be a banger of a match, dude. But I don't know what they're doing with. Honestly,
have they never fought?
No, I don't know.
I want to look this up because I feel like they have, and if they haven't, that's
if it wasn't a short match or something or a quick one.
Oh, it must have. Yeah, it must have been a short match. It was this year, actually. It was in March. I don't know. I don't remember.
Really?
Yikes!
Yeah,
when he had his brown hair that he's rocking with now. Just bring back the neon, the glow up.
Yeah,
stuff.
the glowing glove, the
sell
mask,
some merch. Let's go.
Let's go.
He's not gonna have any figures now because you have to have a cool gear in order to get a figure nowadays. So
Now he's rocking
Go
like the
back to that.
hipster beanie with the glasses. Like, what are we doing here?
What a hipster doofus.
Gunther's winning this Saturday.
Of
Let's
course,
move on to a match that I honestly don't know which way this could go, because it could go either way. Maybe I'm on my own boat here. Bianca versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship.
You're on your own boat.
It's going one way.
You're
That's
on a
Bianca's
boat.
way.
You're on a boat.
I'm guessing you two are staying with Bianca.
Yeah, because we kind of talked about this on the Chick Foley show. They haven't even swapped the belts yet, so I don't think anyone's losing their titles. Spoiler alert: like neither women are losing their titles.
Yeah.
They haven't even done the swap.
They don't need to.
It's like
be
the
honest
Raw
with you.
champion is on SmackDown.
I would be okay if they didn't, to be honest with you. I really would. I'd be okay with it, you know.
It
It is what it is. You know, that's my opinion. Yeah, and I know it doesn't make sense, but like really doing these title swaps every year really doesn't make any sense. So
I still
And
feel like
Asuka-
they're gonna just rebrand the titles altogether. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah.
I would be
swap
okay
them.
with that.
Yeah, I mean, Asuka's on SmackDown, right?
Right,
Yeah, so and they're fighting for the Raw
for the
championship.
Raw title. Yeah, no, you're right.
It's so
It's
Oh
another case
wow, I
of
didn't
the,
even realize that.
Yeah, it's another
It's like-
case of the backlash predictions with
Oh,
Austin
God.
Theory that I forget that now Asuka's also on
Oh.
SmackDown. So, yeah, Bianca. I'm also going with Bianca on this. Another case of what are we doing here? Asuka turns heel officially at the Tennessee homecoming
Yeah,
for
She spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
turns heel, does nothing, beats Zelina Vega because
Whoa.
white hot baby face. Let's just feed it us. I remember when we were talking after Backlash. We were like,
Squash City.
this is the perfect time to capitalize. Make Zelina a baby face. You know, really give her some momentum. And lost to Asuka. Never mind. Never mind. Don't listen to us.
She's getting that Malachi Black treatment.
It's,
Soon enough, she's gonna have the lift, the
Oh wow, yeah.
NXT
oh, man.
Right.
entrance. Give her some candles, you know.
have some death metal music.
That's
But she still has the LWO shirt.
LWO Trons, just Aleister Black.
They just give her his old theme.
Sure.
Why not?
Introducing the LWO.
I mean, that's her dude. So I mean, they are together. So why not just give the gimmick over, hand it over?
Any other thoughts on this? I feel bad. Like these last few shows, the Bianca match has just been swept under the rug.
I mean,
completely.
I think it was on Wrestling Tonight, I believe. They talked about
Wrestling Tonight.
they talked about like Bianca a good bit. They being, excuse me, Chad and Ace. And you know, it's like kind of the same things we were talking about. Like Bianca needs something, like, and she needs a big time. I think they should have held off the Becky stuff. Have Bianca and Trish face off. Like that'd be a more compelling match. You know, I get it. Like, you know, have Trish, keep Becky off TV. You know, play whatever was going on, injured or whatever was happening. Keep
Then
her off
come
TV, and then come back. You know, she could even came back at Night of Champions, cost the match for Trish or something like that. Build more heat towards that match. Well, like I don't know, just something. They just need. She needs something. She needs more fire. Like. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Ruthless aggression.
I don't even. Here's the thing, and you know, I hate you talk about like for evolution of like these like the women that have come in and stuff like that, and to me, realistically, for like Rhea and Bianca, their size and athletic ability. And when they're facing these other ladies, it's not believable. Like they're both gonna win. Like you put,
Right.
you can do that match with Bianca and Trish. Bianca's winning. You could do that.
Yeah, it's just more about having a name, and I mean,
they need more.
They've just
they've star power. That's the thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like right
there's
now,
no believable like.
Yeah,
it's hard to like. I don't.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's like there's no believable presence to beat these two women.
Right.
On that roster, maybe like Raquel, if she was like
Raquel,
done the right way, and
she's stuck in this damn tag division. Like,
Charlotte,
they were teasing it with Raquel. Like, what happened to that?
I don't know. Like those ladies, like you take the Charlotte, Rhea, Raquel, and Bianca. Like you take all four of them. Who's beating the like? That's to me. That's like the new evolution of like women in wrestling. Like you go like the evolution is a mystery. No, but like Jade. Like realistically, like she's in that pool. Like the look, the size, the athletic ability, the strength. That's hard to find an opponent for.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. I mean, obviously it's wrestling, so it's not realistic in that sense. But like in the wrestling realistic sense, who's beating them?
Right.
There's no like immovable object meets the irresistible force scenario with any of those women.
Yeah. No,
it's like the Adam Cole thing. Like you put Adam Cole against. I hate to throw Adam Cole in there, but like Adam Cole against like a Wardlow. Wardlow's destroying that dude. I don't care how many Panama Sunrises and knees you do to the back of his head. At the end of the day, it's Squash City.
Don't get me started on Adam Cole, baby.
Powerbomb Symphony, and it's all done. Like, and that's pretty much with everybody there. I don't know. It's. I think it's like I said. It's just the evolution of how these women are like built athletically and stuff like that. It's just in wrestling world. It's like we haven't seen this before. We used to like just like average women and like them, not average women, but like average size women, like coming in and not the muscular stature and the the big presence, like the almost like the attraction type of thing. We really didn't see that with women besides China. She was the first of that, but now you're starting to see it more frequently, and now it's like they need they need that same equal competition.
Yeah, and to your point, look who the champions are: Bianca and Rhea.
Exactly,
the two powerhouses.
Yeah, it's like you need powerhouses to match them. Like
right, Raquel's. I've been a huge Raquel fan for a long time. They've tried to, they start and stopped her push a good bit, and it's like, come on, like let's get some steam behind her. See what Paul Ellering is. Paul Ellering says Macho Man was only 6'1". It's possible to make smaller guys. Yeah, but 6'1" is pretty big. These days. When you got Adam Cole, baby, who's about 5'10". And a $120. Macho Man had a presence with him.
Yeah, that's the thing. He had the kind of like that star power that like he had that thing that made him big and tall and stuff like that. That's
6'1", but my personality made me 7 foot. Yeah,
that's everyone says that. Like any like wrestler that's been in the presence of Macho Man, they all say that he was a short dude for the guys around him, but his personality just made him like bigger than it was. And that you don't see that in the women's division right now.
God, can you imagine if we had Macho Man shoot videos, like RF videos? Like, God, that would have been the shiznit right there.
Didn't he do one? Like right after
I don't
WCW?
think he did shoot stuff.
I don't think he ever did.
He never did shoot it. He was very kayfabe, dude. He kept.
Imagine if we had the Macho Man podcast right now. Oh my God.
Oh my God. The last thing I seen him in was at the WWE All Stars video game promo that he cut with the white. He had the full white beard.
Yeah, and he was also in that dog movie too, Bolt. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in that. That's true. He was involved. Yeah, he kept it. The only person he really cut promos on was Hogan, like in real life. He shoot like,
be a man.
In Triple H, he shot at Triple H.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's Stephanie before you did, brother.
Did he actually say that? He didn't say that, did he? head over with young and rightful.
Yeah, broker in, yeah. All right, we're done. Sorry.
So, anyways,
We're
Bianca
gonna
versus
get
Asuka.
Broker in.
Before we move on from this
Oh,
match,
boy.
like kind of to tie back into what we're talking about with Rhea and everything, I feel like we're at the point where they're just doing matches to fill in the time between WrestleMania until SummerSlam when we finally get Bianca versus Rhea.
Yeah.
If I was booking it, I feel like you hold off on Bianca and Rhea and you just tell good stories until WrestleMania 40, and then you do that match. Because I feel like there are a lot of different things that they could be doing with both titles. Point in, J-Bone, you mentioned Bianca versus Trish. That's a great match to do for SummerSlam. Rhea versus Raquel was brought up. That's another great match to do for SummerSlam if properly built up.
Yes, I would like to see that.
Those are the two matches that I would do for SummerSlam, but I think they're at the point where it's just like, we've got nothing for these two. We need to just get the match over with, which sucks because it really shouldn't be like that.
Right.
Bianca's had absolutely nothing. She's had so many months wasted, and it sucks because she's easily like the top woman in the company right now. Rhea she had a really good program at Backlash. LWO and Judgment Day stuff is great, but now they're on two separate brands. So now Rhea's going to have to find her way a little bit, which is going to lead to some filler like this Natty match, even though we are looking forward to it. So they just got to find start the build to SummerSlam as soon as possible because it's obvious Bianca and Rhea is the match. Let's just do it. Are you going to combine the titles? Are you going to do something with this? Is it just going to be champion versus champion? Like, get to it already because it's obvious that's where we're going. So,
Are you going Bianca?
I am going Bianca, yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I think we're all going Bianca.
It'd be interesting if they swerved us and put Asuka as champion. I could see it. I don't have faith in them.
It's just weird. It's weird how they're doing this. It's basically a rematch.
Oh yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, it is.
It's like what?
And there's there's nothing added to it. Like in a rematch, you would think they would add some type of interest to it.
And they had a great match. We're not saying that, but there's just no story. Like, what are we doing?
No stipulation added. I mean,
you
have heel Asuka, great.
In
the WrestleMania match, she was also heel. Like, what are we doing? Whatever. One more match before we get into some other outside the ropes news. But let's talk about Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. Some may call it a dream match. Barking. Two of the best women wrestlers in history going up against each other one-on-one. There has been a story to it. They built it up pretty well. Trish, we were talking a few weeks ago about how Trish has this new character to her. It's different from what you would normally see from Legends. It's not a nostalgia run. She's doing something different, and you got to commend her for it. Yep. Even though it's kind of strange to see Trish doing something like this, it's cool to see her kind of stepping out of the box.
I think it's strange for you, to be honest with you. I mean, she had a good heel run in 04 and 05.
Yeah.
Oh, true. But
yeah,
I'm saying strange as in like, you wouldn't see.
Just like a legend coming out,
right? You wouldn't usually a legend come in.
Yeah,
and
I got you.
Automatically turn heel.
Yeah, they usually.
It's different. I like it.
I like it a lot too. It's working. I think because they're putting Trish with the right person. Like you're not going to put her up against like a lower mid card. Like you put her up against the top woman on Raw. Have her in a good program, and that's what we're getting on Saturday. So let's hear some predictions.
I'll go first.
Start with
J-Bone. No, J-Bone.
Yeah, I'll go first because I feel like I've gotten the last pick. I'm gonna make it fair. Look, I'm a fighting champion.
Okay? Yeah, you're fair.
I don't want anybody saying that piggyback off of anybody's picks. I am going with the winner of this match being Miss Trish Stratus. I think she's gonna take this one. I think the They're going to continue building this feud a little bit. I still think we're going to get it at WrestleMania. So I'm going to go Trish Stratus on this one.
All right, Marco.
Yeah, he stole my thunder.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be a kind of like a trilogy type deal. I think they're going to continue this going in. Because right now, I mean, I don't see. We haven't heard like the lineup for Money in the Bank. We're not sure who's going to be in it for the ladies side of things. So, I mean, you would assume Becky Lynch might be in it. Maybe not. But I think her, it's going to be at the O2. It's going to be a big deal. I think Trish will be. I think they'll have another match at Money in the Bank, and that'll be maybe
right
a Becky's win. They'll be 1-1, and then maybe do the third. Maybe before SummerSlam. I don't think at SummerSlam, but
I think it'll be at SummerSlam. Why wouldn't you think it'll be some? Yeah, I mean, sell some ticks. Do
like maybe a gimmick type of match. Maybe SummerSlam's like last woman standing, or
that would be cool actually.
Count anywhere, or
Hell in a Cell.
I see this as like kind of like not them rehashing Seth and Edge, but I see them going that route with this, like Edge being the legend. Seth obviously swapping roles because Seth was technically the heel in this matter, but I think they're going to go that route. It's going to be a nice trilogy. I don't see Becky going for like the women's title anytime soon. I think it's kind of like the holding pattern time for her, where let's jump into different storylines, do different things, kind of get the man back on track to where she was, and Becky's
on Raw, right?
Yes, but I'm going with Trish anyway. I think Trish is taking a win, stealing the win. It's going to be a steal. She's not going to do it clean.
Oh,
I think so too. I think it'll be a cheap win. But to piggyback off of both of your points, because I am going with Trish as well. Again, fantasy booking. I mentioned Bianca and Rhea's the match to do for SummerSlam. Again, I also said if I was booking WWE, I would do Bianca versus Trish. And if I was booking WWE, I'm at the point where, Money in the Bank has proven to not build, like in recent years. It's worked obviously in the past as like a newer concept, right? Edge was built up. Punk was built up. So many different names got that Money in the Bank and were built up as stars. In recent years, obviously, it has not worked as well.
J-Bone was built up.
J-Bone was built up as a star well before Money in the Bank.
There you go.
But I mean, you look at the past winners: Nikki ASH, Liv. Liv was built up a little bit, and now she's kind of back to where she was.
Some good.
Who were the other winners? Bailey didn't need it.
Carmella.
Alexa.
Carmella benefited from it. I think she was the only, and Alexa, both Bailey and Alexa, both names that didn't need it. Asuka, I guess, was helped by it because she became champion. But my point is, women's Money in the Bank did not really elevate talent in the way that the early Money in the Bank concept did. So why kind of shoehorn this as let's build up a younger talent? Instead, let's elevate this Trish Stratus run. She's already said she's not a nostalgia act. She's not a childhood fantasy or whatever it may be. Well, she's not a nostalgia act. Let's go all in on this last run for Trish. She beats Becky by cheating at this pay-per-view. Get her some momentum. Let her win Money in the Bank. Let her take the Raw Women's Championship. I'm at the point, let's just give it to Trish. What else are we doing?
Star here? Power, and that's what we talked about earlier.
Like I said, you need
no threat. She's a threat.
If they're going to do it right, they need stuff to fill the time from now until WrestleMania 40 when we do Rhea versus Bianca, which is where the match should happen because it's the biggest match that you could do right now. Give Trish the title for a few months. Let her beat Bianca by cheating. Leave the door open for a rematch. Get the title back on Bianca just in time for WrestleMania. That's how I would do it. But, no one ever listens to young
for good reason. Anyway. Yeah, no, it's okay. I guess I don't know.
I would still give her Money in the Bank though. I think that could be fun. Because what are you going to do? Who? I feel like there are a lot more contenders for the men's Money in the Bank. Well, obviously, yeah, I would. I think there are a lot more contenders for men's Money in the Bank. LA Knight, Logan Paul,
J-Bone.
You have to be
Dom, like
J-Bone,
sure.
You have to be entertained. That's the thing with like you have to be entertaining with that briefcase. You have to be the names that you throw out there. Obviously, LA Knight will be good. You know, because he'd come out, cut promos with it and stuff like that. But you have to be entertaining, man. You can't have look what happened with Austin Theory. Like no one believed him. No one believed for a second.
Was so bad.
He was cashing in on Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns was just going to squash him and just squander it anyway. So like you need someone that's like obviously entertaining and that people are into. And I think it makes sense now to do it because now you have with the new title, with the World Heavyweight title for the men's side anyway, now you actually have that threat of losing your title because you're not going to cash it in on Roman. He's Bloodline's going to come out. They're going to beat the shit out of you, and you're going to have no chance at winning that title. That's pretty much how it's going to go. But Raw, oh, Tyson. But yeah, I mean, for the ladies, it's slim pickings. Like
exactly. So in that case, you might as well just put it on someone that is easily going to be elevated by it.
Yep.
Because then you put her in contention for that women's title.
And as a threat,
give it to Trish.
She's a threat as well. You need a threat. You need someone that's threatening to hold that briefcase.
I'm threatened right now.
Okay, J-Bone. All right. So we all got our predictions in. Trish is going over this Saturday. But now it's time to take a break away from the predictions, and let's step on outside the ropes.
Oh, we're doing that. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing that. Get ready, bud. I even mentioned if you're
outside the ropes.
This is why I requested.
Why would you do that?
Because we got to break
some cue.
I mentioned it before the Becky and Trish match. I name dropped outside the ropes. I gave you a little bit of a pause to get ready.
So just sometimes I kind of just tune you out.
Sometimes,
especially when you give me I want Trish to win the Money in the Bank. Okay, I go Homer in the bush. Hey.
All right, let's talk about some news outside of Night of Champions. Tyson alluded to it in the chat. Talent cuts are apparently coming.
Gonna be cutting and strutting, baby.
Either on or before July 1st, which is still a ways away. We have about a month.
That's my mom's birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday. And a happy belated birthday to Mr. J-Bone himself.
That is right.
I am the champion. I'm the number one. My 21-year-old me turned 16.
So on J-Bone's mom's birthday, we have some cuts coming to WWE roster. Is there any? Sorry, Marco, go ahead.
Don't forget, that's also Money in the Bank. The same day as Money in the Bank.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
So hey, maybe they'll put like roster contracts in the bank.
Yeah, maybe in the briefcase there's actual contracts, and you have to actually like really win the Money in the Bank in order to keep your job.
They'll have 5 men and 5 women.
Didn't they do something on TNA like that where you get a briefcase and you open it, you get fired?
I think they did do something like that.
Yeah.
It was something about what the hell
July
was it?
1st, get ready.
They also
something
did
about a scramble or some shit. It's something like I forget.
They did the backwards battle royal too.
Oh God!
See we didn't talk about this before we get to the cuts because this kind of reminded me the QR code that popped up during the what do you call it? What's his name? What's his name?
Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce's phone call with Triple H.
Yeah.
Did you know about this? Oh,
No.
look at it.
I saw it.
did
I
not
didn't
know.
even click on it. What happened?
I didn't see it. I didn't actually
No.
click on it either.
Wasn't there actually? I
There
completely missed
was.
that.
Yeah, there was a QR code.
I think he even like tweeted it out again later. It was like,
Yeah.
I don't even care. But yeah, okay, Bray Wyatt, yay.
Yep.
Apparently, they couldn't scan it.
Yeah, because like the logo, the WWE logo was like blocking it.
Oh my god!
Wait,
What a
so
botch.
did anyone scan this? I'm not even seeing. Sorry, this is live report.
Nobody really talked about it, so
Yeah.
it must have not been anything great.
They're probably sick of scanning QR codes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is this?
Coming back, man.
All right, so I'm not seeing anything about people.
I'm dropping my
scanning
QR
it.
codes everywhere, man. It's like my calling card with the sticky bandits.
Oh my god. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about this then. Do we think that this QR code is leading to a Bray return? Someone coming back? What do we think?
I could give two absolute
Same here.
shits.
You can't run that gimmick again.
Like they've ruined it.
Yeah, it's all done. Don't
Scan
Don't
the code, man.
care. Don't care.
I need someone to step up.
if it was a code for like a
Get your cameras
character
out,
on-
man.
if it was a code for a character on 2K23, then I'd be, I'd definitely go and scan it. But other than that, no.
Check your car windshield. I left a piece of paper on it, man.
Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit?
Get a life, kid.
Get a life, kid.
That's what the QR code, when you scan it, it's just Brock, the video of Brock going, get a life, kid. Dude, that'd be great.
We need that. Just put that right there.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's create a
careful,
QR code.
Maybe they're
We'll
gonna
just have the
start
video of
playing
Brock pop
the.
up.
What song did they do? The Jefferson Airplane song.
Oh yeah.
Get a life, kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are testing out some audio.
Man.
Brock's the best, dude.
Oh,
But yeah,
Anyways,
it's gonna
moving
it's
on.
A lot of that's going to happen on July 1st, apparently. Get a life, kid. That's pretty much as people are walking out of the building.
I
one by
don't
one.
see. Well, first of all, it's weird to predict who's going to be cut. I don't
Yeah,
even know
That
what
is
we're
weird.
doing.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to happen. We already talked about this. We're forgetting that they did merge with another company. They already started doing cuts for employees. So
It's just gonna be the HR manager.
yeah, I mean it's bound to happen with mergers.
Sean Ross Sapp is gonna post. Oh, WWE has fired their HR manager among the cuts.
Yeah, so we'll
All
see. July 1st, Money in the Bank. Who actually has Money in the Bank that's still able to work
Ooh.
for WWE? Which is
So cuts coming. Also, some more injuries plaguing the roster. Seems like there are a lot of injuries in recent 2023. Now, Liv Morgan and Dakota Kai both out of
In the
action.
same match.
the same
In the
damn
same
match.
same spot.
What a bunch of unsafe workers. I'm
Well,
sorry.
not even. She got injured protecting
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Liv after she got injured.
Yes.
Right.
She got injured protecting Liv.
Well, Dakota tore her ACL. No,
Yes.
Yeah.
not
Yes,
good.
6 to 9 months.
Those titles are freaking cursed.
Oh
dude.
man,
Those
they
women's
just- they
titles are cursed.
they gotta get rid of those
You gotta
titles.
sage those things or something.
Burn
Have a priest come in.
them.
Yeah, do an exorcism on those titles or something, man. Because
Maybe Vince can jump in another limo with those titles and it'll blow up.
it's like, is there like an inscription on the back that says like, "She who holds these titles shall forever be cursed until these are passed along," or some shit like that.
I think it's
It's crazy.
Mercedes Moné and Trinity. They must have put a curse on them.
Oh no, they definitely did. Well, they've been cursed since the beginning.
Yeah, they
with,
were.
like,
You're right.
when the inaugural champs with Sasha and Bailey, and then they ended up leaving, and then who else took them on? The Iconics took them.
Iconics.
Then they ended up breaking the Iconics up and making them go solo.
Yeah.
Iconics.
And then
What a good team.
It was just
I feel like they literally built those tag titles for them.
Yeah.
I think so. I think at the time, yeah, I think the idea was to they were the inspiration for it. I think anyway. The Iconics.
Iconics.
Yeah, they're cursed, dude. Those titles and
Did they say what Liv's injury was?
shoulder.
Shoulder.
Yeah.
Well, now Raquel Rodriguez will be teaming with Shotzi on Monday for the vacant Raw tag team titles. They're facing off against Ronda and Shayna, Bailey and Io, and Chelsea and Sonya. By the way, Shotzi is a SmackDown competitor.
Yes.
She's
That is
fighting
true.
on Raw. Wah, wah.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Not a brand split. We're not doing that. That's what we're doing.
Heyman showing up whenever he wants on Raw. Freaking people are just showing up all willy nilly. Who cares? It's just
Who's enforcing this brand split?
nobody.
Who is I'd just love to see, like in kayfabe, Triple H sees Shotzi coming on Raw. Hey, you can't be here. What are you doing here?
Like not even like if they want to like try to keep keep the brand split going, like at least have the announcers say something like just like a backstory. It was asked by Adam Pearce for Shotzi to come and
Yeah,
be
exactly.
here. Like something just
like
don't
just
keep
have
it
her fucking
going.
run in like she was there, like she was there since the morning. Backstage, no one says anything. Shotzi, you're a SmackDown superstar. You can't be here. Nope. Everyone's okay with it.
Awful.
Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. Was there any other news? Oh, I mean, we could talk real quick about J-Bone's favorite topic, as we are 2 days away from the historic 1,000 days as world champion.
Oh yeah,
for
we got to say it.
Roman Reigns.
Special happy birthday to the tribal chief Roman Reigns. His birthday
Today?
So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Two icons born back-to-back days. That's
This birthday right here. This is
So-
my birthday.
Yeah, you see. You see this birthday? This is my. You see this calendar? This date? This is my date. This is my birthday.
You see May 25th? This is my May 25th. Because I was born on this day.
Oh man, yeah. So 1,000 days, dude. If you go on like WWE on their like Instagram and stuff like that, you can like scroll through the pictures and see like when he returned back and a
Good.
few years back, just all the way up until now, just memories of.
Who would have thought this historic reign would have started on Payback?
Yeah.
Like not SummerSlam, not
Yeah.
Survivor Series. Payback.
Well, the return anyway was SummerSlam, but not the
True.
reign, the epic reign.
That
Yeah.
is true.
1,000 days. We're living in
1,000
history right
years,
now.
1,000 more. 1,000
Because I
years.
had this title for 1,000 days and
Yeah.
1,000 more just to be the man that you thought I'd be. Okay, I'm done.
And I'd walk 1,000 miles.
That's a good one.
Oh man! Then did you guys see that video that Sheena posted of the Bowser song to Peaches, but they changed the lyrics to Roman Reigns or the Tribal Chief? It's hilarious.
I have
You
not
see
seen
it.
that.
It's
Gonna
great.
Check that out.
Sounds funny.
Yeah, but what do you guys think? 1,000 days. We're living in history right now. He's about to enter the
It is a moment.
Hogan, Backlund. Who else?
Hey, I am
Angel
down,
Morales.
I am down to push Hogan down the list. So that's all.
He's not. They're not touching Hogan's record. I don't think so. It's
No,
14,
Marco, you're saying
1,400 days.
Ah.
I don't think he's keeping it for 14. Another year, you think he's keeping it? Or even longer?
You're saying it wrong, Marco. It goes San Martino,
Oh, yeah,
Hogan,
Backlund.
and Morales.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
The longest running modern era champion.
How
I
long
don't know,
until
man.
he beats Morales?
It's not that far. It's like,
Let's see.
I want to say SummerSlam.
Yeah, he'll beat Morales.
Yeah, because Morales is what, 1,027 or something like that days. Yeah, I think it is something like that.
Or at least they're
I'm
gonna
looking
want
it up.
him to.
Yep, 1,027
Morales.
days.
Yeah, I think by Money in the Bank, he'll be
Yeah.
he'll beat Pedro Morales.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, 1,000%.
That's crazy. Would you think of that whole would you now they're gonna have to redo the thing? So, San Martino, Hogan, Backlund, Reigns. That's insane.
That's
That's
pretty
insane.
cool to think about.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, that's crazy to put his name. With these guys have been gone already, for years and years and years, decades, and then it says Reigns. That's crazy.
Vince was just back there Pedro Morales. Put Roman in that.
But you got to think,
out.
why did they, think of this stuff back? It should be Rock should be up in there. Steve Austin should be up in that, those list of dudes. Why wasn't it done back then? Undertaker.
What?
Why
Why
weren't
the title for 1,000 days?
Yeah, why weren't they those guys holding the titles for that long?
Well, think about it. You're in an age now where you're on TV. You have to make multiple stars. It's not like you can just build your company around Bruno and run the house shows like they did in the 70s and the 60s. And if you put the title only on Stone Cold solely for 1,000 days or The Rock solely for 1,000 days, then that begs the question, would you be able to get an Austin or a Taker or whoever else to that upper echelon if they don't win the world title?
Well, at least Austin, because he's considered the
Austin, I'm sure
the greatest. Vince McMahon said himself, the greatest WWE superstar of all time.
That's because he made him the most money.
Yeah, so I mean,
the most lucrative. I mean, the greatest.
No, but
So
seriously, he turned him from a millionaire to a billionaire.
Yeah.
so you would think he'd be in that list of longest reigning champions. It's kind of crazy to me that he isn't. That it's
Just that
legit
era.
decades before another champion like that, which is Roman Reigns.
If there was only Steve Austin as the sole top guy in the Attitude Era and The Rock didn't exist, then you'd probably see Steve Austin.
Yeah,
And if Steve Austin hadn't had his neck injury.
Yeah,
that too.
Also,
that too.
Yeah, there's a lot
of factors go into that.
Yeah.
Makes you think.
Well, I think Roman Reigns trumped a
Good
lot
point.
of them with his setback. So I don't know, neck injury, other thing. I think one always the other.
How long was Austin out with his neck injury?
It was 3 months.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
No, it was a year, right?
Well, I'm sorry. Initially when it happened, it was 3 months.
And then he came back on
And
TV.
then
to,
he came back, and then he had his big title run, and then it was Survivor Series of '99. Whenever he said, "I got to get surgery," that's it.
Yeah,
and he was running hard, and he was out a year after that. From Survivor Series to Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that kind of hindered. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Roman's. So you think that they're going to actually go with Roman beating Hogan's record? I think it's 1473 his number.
I don't know. I'm just talking shit.
That's crazy. I
don't
don't think that. So they got to change they have to change that beginning intro video that they do with Hogan slamming Andre to Roman Reigns sparing the Fiend. If that happens, is that what we're going for?
Instead of Hogan beating Iron Sheik, it's going to be Roman spearing Bray Wyatt.
Oh my god! Ugh.
This is a question I'll ask before we get into the fucking rest of the Night of Champions card, because you brought that up of, you know, the Hogan slamming Andre. When they add Reigns into the video packages, like the openings, you know, and all of that, you know, there's always like a defining moment for all the wrestlers, right? Hogan slamming Andre, Austin winning his first title, you know, whatever it may, Cena and Rock stare down. What's the defining moment from this title reign that they're going to put into the video packages for Reigns?
That right there is the problem. So, like, yes, it is a historic reign, but what memorable moment from
right? Like,
Roman
what's
Reigns?
that one moment?
Yeah.
If I was to pick one, probably him stacking Daniel Bryan and Edge.
I don't even know if I would say that.
No, not even.
Like, they got some merch out of it, but is it really like Hogan and Andre, Reigns stacking up?
Like,
Edge
what's
and
that?
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, like, what's the story years from now where it's like that's going to be in the, as they like to say, the annals of time, where you can always go back to, oh, you know,
It's going to be the bloodline, though.
slamming the giant. But what's Roman Reigns, like, his definitive, like, in that video package? Like,
they wanted to put Sammy in that video package. You put him, you know, doing the chair shot against Reigns. Like, I feel like
that's a good question, man.
There are a lot more moments of Reigns being on like the downside than there are of Reigns being like as that, you know, the catalyst, like
it's the opponent.
Brock flipping the ring over.
It would have to be something with Brock. Like, there's no like,
him catching the mic was pretty smooth. I like that.
Yeah, that was actually maybe
Could you imagine? Yes, sir. We've got a great main event. Andre the Giant. He catches the mic.
He's a little weak. And then Roman catching the mic. That's right after the Hogan.
Someone's got to make the old "the world is watching" hype video and put Roman catching the mic in that.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's a good question, dude. Like, if you look at a replace or even add Roman in that like category, what do you put him?
I think if any like iconic visual, because that's what it comes. It's not like, you know, a move or
him standing on top.
It's a visual, Brock, and I feel like it would have to be him holding both the titles on the ramp at WrestleMania. That's the only thing that I could think of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
True. Yeah, I mean that's pretty like I'm not saying it's iconic yet, but that's a pretty like ingrained photo that you see everywhere.
That's the only moment, that's the only visual that, like, when I'm thinking of Roman, that's where my mind goes to. Like Hogan, Austin, Cena, Rock, Taker, like those moments, those visuals go on forever. But when you talk about like Reigns, and I think that's where you kind of like, when you start to have those arguments of like, oh, where does, with Reigns being like 1,000-day champion, like where does he rank all time now? Like, does this really help him? I think that's where you kind of have to start like pushing him down a little bit. It's like, yes, he has had a historic run, and it's been a fantastic championship run. Like, we're never going to see this again for a long, long time. But what's that moment? And I don't think he has it yet. Still got some time, but
yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of iconic. You can go back in Hogan's career and see a lot of iconic footage. And you can actually, like, when you go back, you go, oh, that's it. Right when you see the match, you pretty much know what footage they would use in that match.
Mm-hmm.
When it's Hogan versus Rock, the stare down that they had, when the crowd was just going nuts, like that right there. Like, you see that visual, you're like, it's perfect right there. Just a stare down would just be in that. Like, does Roman have that yet? I don't know.
It's not Roman and Cody yet. They had a stare down, but it wasn't.
Which one was the one that oh no, that was him and Sammy. Yeah, that wouldn't be in there.
Yeah. Maybe the moment will be him holding the WWE Championship, the Universal Championship, and the Tag Team Championship.
And the World Heavyweight Championship.
And the World Heavyweight Championship.
And the Intercontinental and the United States.
And the European Championship.
And the 24/7 Championship.
And the Hardcore Championship.
And the Cruiserweight Championship. And
don't forget about that Light Heavyweight Champion. And Cruiserweight Championship.
Then he goes to NXT.
Up, down Championship.
Yeah, then he goes to NXT and takes the NXT Championship.
The WCW TV title champion.
The Smackdown versus Raw 2010 Champion of Champions.
Did you see
The
the
AEW champion.
there's people making videos, like wrestling fans anyway, of just like scenarios where it's like one lady was like standing there and it was like you finished the last word of the spelling bee, and then it's 1, 2, 3. And you're like, what the hell? I thought I won the spell.
Those memes are so funny. Like
Like
POV, you just finished
just-
watching WrestleMania 50.
He just-
1, 2,
Yeah, he just wins everything. It's like, oh, it was like the end of the NBA Finals. It's like 1, 2, 3. And his music hits at the end of the NBA Finals. He wins.
POV, you've just watched God, Thanos, Hercules, and Roman Reigns go up against each other.
Then it's like, yeah.
I love me a good POV video.
Yeah, they're good. They're funny.
Oh my god!
All right, let's talk Night of Champions.
I just got what he was saying.
I did too. Whatever.
Oh god, they are good though.
All right, Night of Champions. I mean, we're already talking about Reigns. You might as well start off with the Tag Team Championship match. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Surprised they never got a tag team name in WWE. Well, weren't they Cammy for a little bit?
They don't ever do that with like two
Cammy?
big name
Did you
stars.
say?
Yeah, they were Cammy for a little. Like that was like their thing. Like they were like, "Oh, we're Cammy." Like
I don't remember that at all.
It was like a SmackDown, like when they were heels. I
I don't remember that.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens facing off against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships.
Who's starting off?
I'll start off on this
Yeah.
one. I haven't started off yet.
Yeah, let's do it.
Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are winning the Tag Team Championships.
There we go. All right. So who pins who?
Roman's stacking up both of them, baby. No. Roman will pin Sammy. Because now that's going to further break up the bloodline. You put the titles on Roman and Solo so that at Money in the Bank, we get Roman and Solo versus the Usos. The Usos will pin probably Solo, or you pin Roman and that's his first loss.
No, you
First
can't do
pin in
that.
years.
You can't do that.
The momentum to the
J-Bone.
Usos so that you go into
Ah.
SummerSlam triple threat match for the Universal
In a
Championship.
tag
No.
match.
No, it's gonna be. He's
Thinking.
totally wrong on this.
I don't think all that's. I do think that Solo and Roman versus the Usos will happen either at probably Money in the Bank.
Yeah. So but you're picking Roman. And
Oh yeah,
Solo.
I'm picking Solo and Roman, and I'm doing Roman pinning Sammy.
You're riding Solo.
I mean, he might be. This might have him win, or it could be a big flop on his side.
All in, baby.
What you got, Marco?
I'm going with dang. I'm going for outside shenanigans, and I'm going for Sammy and KO winning.
I like where your head's at there, Marco.
That's
So
what's
who
gonna
pins
happen.
who? Who pins who?
So I'm going with Kevin pinning Solo, because Roman can then go, I didn't lose the match. But he might not say anything to Solo because he's definitely afraid of Solo. As we've
He's
seen
scared
on,
of him.
as we've seen on SmackDown, where he was very shooketh when he bumped shoulders into Solo, and Solo gave him that look. He's just like, all right, see you later. Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be, the Usos being overzealous and trying to help, and they're going to do something wrong, and, that's where the match is going to lead into SummerSlam.
So I think you're absolutely you hit the nail on the head there, except for one little thing. I don't think it's gonna be like them accidentally causing them.
Oh, purposefully doing it.
They're just gonna like outright just cause Solo to lose. And KO. So I got the same thing. KO is gonna hit the stunner on Solo and
Yep.
Dunsky.
Yeah.
Cause
Something-
that
something's in it.
distraction.
Yeah, so it's Sammy's first outing at Saudi. It's his first time there since they've ever
Yep.
been there.
Right,
He's not losing,
right.
dude. Come
He's
on.
not losing. He's
I-
he's got to get some momentum for a while. They got to keep these titles for a little while.
Yeah, we talked about this on Chick Foley a little bit. I know, Sheena's thing is I don't bet against the bloodline. Yes, but the bloodline isn't, they're not fully intact right now.
Are they going for Roman Solo winning also?
Sheena is. Sheena's going for it. Seth is kind of on
What
the
a
fence.
mark.
He thinks there's going to be some type of shenanigans happening. Like I did. We both agree with this.
Yeah.
Like pretty much it was all of us against Sheena. I'll just give you a spoiler. We were all just like, nah, there's no way Roman's walking away with those titles. And they've done it before. Like he lost a match, but remember Sami got pinned. And he blamed it on Sami. I didn't lose the match.
Right.
I didn't get pinned. So the same
stat
scenario.
has been Roman hasn't been pinned since December 2019. It's not Roman hasn't lost.
You have another scenario like we talked about Solo. What does he say to Solo when Solo gets pinned? Does he say anything? Does he blame Solo? Because we already seen the shoulder check on Friday. Now in a scenario where Solo isn't this like all strong this guy that he's trying to like manipulate and stuff. He sees a loss in him. Now it's like, now what does Roman do? Like he can't trust any of the members of the blood. I can't trust any of you to win any matches. You're all, I'm not related to you. I'm not your brother. You guys are the brothers. It must run in the family. You can see him doing some shit like that, dude.
I love it.
Something about Roman just holding those tag titles.
I can definitely see it though. That's the other
Because
thing
it's not going to be a long reign. Like that's what you have. Money in the Bank coming up.
So what does that do? That does nothing for anybody though.
Yeah, it doesn't
It
do anything for
elevates the
Sami and KO.
bloodline story because now you put Roman in a situation where
but then
he is going to fight the Usos.
Wrong.
All right.
I mean, I guess he could. I mean, you could take the titles, but then he would have to. I don't know. Is he defending those titles?
It's not happening.
Because Sami and KO, despite them not defending them like every week on Raw, they've been having matches every week on Raw with the titles. The titles are visible. I mean, is Roman going to be there every week?
All right, listen. Here's something else. It's all about psychology. What they could be doing. I've mentioned before that maybe we see those two titles get merged into one for Roman, right? Instead of because now you have the World Heavyweight Championship coming in. You don't want Roman holding two titles because even though he's still going to be the bigger star than whoever the first World Heavyweight Champion is going to be, you want it to be more of an even playing field. So what if they're going to get the moment at Night of Champions where he's holding all four belts, and then on some SmackDown leading up to Money in the Bank, they combine the championships into one title, Universal and WWE, so that, it's one championship, but instead of going from 2 to 1, he still has 2 championships for a little bit, so that once he loses the tag titles, he still has that championship. It's all about psychology.
What are we talking about right now?
Listen,
we're talking about belts?
to me. It's all, I know I sound dumb, but it's getting the fan perception to think that he's not he's not losing one of his championships, right? He's not going from 2 world titles to 1 world championship. He's going from 4 championships, combining the world titles, still has multiple championships, so that when he loses the tag titles, he will still have
who people
World
who cares about that? Fed brains, bro. Fed brains. Oh, he lost a championship. That means he sucks. No. I'm gonna go.
It's all about psychology.
That match is going to be
about
psychology. It's going to be either going to be a clean win by Sami and KO, or it's going to be a disqualification. It's going to be something where it's going to be something to further the story.
All right. When Roman's holding up those 4 titles, don't come crying back to me.
Thank you, Tyson. See, Tyson says the same thing. And
Tyson's my right hand man. He's main event Tyson.
You don't see them getting the opportunity to put 4 titles on Roman Reigns and not
stupid.
Fucking fighting
because just to play into the internet jokes that people like. He's going to win all the titles.
Yeah, for a month.
Stupid. No.
And then you're just burying your tag titles.
Yeah,
No,
so
and then
let's
you have
Sami
the
and
Usos
KO.
take the titles off of Roman and Solo because that will elevate the Bloodline story.
But where does that leave Sami and KO?
How does that elevate? How does that elevate the Bloodline story?
Yeah, that's
Because now you have a reason for the Usos to technically have a win over Roman, so that when we do Roman versus Jay or Roman versus both of them at SummerSlam for the world title or the Universal title, now it makes sense. Now there's a reason for Jay to fight Roman instead of
Jay,
just being.
it's not going to be Jay and
you're forgetting Bad Bunny's facing Roman at SummerSlam. That's
I
what
wanna
you're
see that.
1,000%.
Yeah, that's what you're
I
totally
definitely wanna see
forgetting. Yeah.
All
you're
right,
forgetting that.
listen. Once I'm holding that title, J-Bone, you'll understand.
That's fine. Whatever.
See me
Moving
on
on.
Thursday. I only work Thursday.
Yep,
Moving
dusty
on.
finish. That match will be a dusty finish. That's what's going to
Let me
be.
tell you something, baby.
Four
Wham, bam.
titles.
No.
All right. Let's move on to so did we get all predictions? Oh,
Yes.
you guys didn't say who's pinning who.
No, I
Yes,
did.
Yeah, we both said KO.
KO
Solo.
on Solo.
Oh, all right. Moving on, let's go to Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, number 2. This is an interesting one to predict. I feel like it's not as clear.
Yeah, this is hard, actually.
Well, I'll go first. I picked Brock last time at Backlash, but I think now with this arm injury, arm bar, it gives like an out for Cody to lose. And at the same time, I kind of feel like Triple H is going to be involved somehow. I mean, I know he can't do physically.
Throwing
But,
the
like,
towel or something.
Something, yes.
Stop the match.
He's or he's gonna stop. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go Cody. Excuse me, no, Brock. I'm gonna go Brock here.
Gonna snap his arm like he did to Triple H in the
Snap
arm
it
bar.
to a Slim Jim. Oh yeah.
Brock Lesnar snapped my arm last night. Remember that? That
Yeah.
promo we cut?
Yeah.
Snapped my arm. Oh boy.
I'll go next on this one. Like I said, this is a tough one to predict, but I think that they are going to give it to Cody on this.
There we go.
Hmm.
There we go.
Because I don't know, Cody. Here's what I'm thinking: Cody is going to Money in the Bank. It makes sense for him to get a win here, to be like, all right, I'm done with Brock Lesnar officially. I'm done with Brock Lesnar. I'm going to go into Money in the Bank, and I'm going to, complete the story, finish the story, and then Brock costs him at Money in the Bank.
I'm gonna come into completion.
And then we're gonna get Brock. It's got to end in a trilogy. This is, I know we're throwing around trilogy a lot, but this has to end in a trilogy.
It doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to, but it should.
Sure.
So I'm gonna give Cody the win here, and I think it will still continue the story. And I think that puts you in a weird place for SummerSlam. Like, do you have Cody beat Brock 3 times? Do you have Brock win at SummerSlam? I think you can have Brock win at SummerSlam, continue the kind of, climbing the mountain for Cody towards WrestleMania 40. But I think you have Cody win here. Cheap win. It needs to be like how they were doing, even though it kind of sucked. Liv and Ronda, that kind of booking where, by the skin of his teeth, he wins.
We did that Backlash. You need to do that twice.
Sure. I mean, it's got to be different this time around, obviously. But I think it'll be some sort of cheap win for Cody to keep the story going. However that may be, I don't know. But I'll give it to Cody. Yeah, I see you nodding your head. Yeah.
It's okay.
Who's going next?
Jim.
I think we both have the same pick.
Yeah.
I'm going Brock.
No, yeah, I already went. So it's your,
I'm going Brock.
There you go.
Yeah, Brock's winning.
Damn, I'm winning by a landslide next Thursday. Let's go.
No, you're not. You got to go 1-1, dude. And he has the injured arm. Brock's just gonna snap. It's not gonna be a quick. It's gonna be a quick match. It's gonna be like the match that they had at Backlash. It's not gonna be a 20-minute Broadway or 30-minute Broadway. Brock's gonna come in and just kick the shit out of him. It's probably gonna be the same match as John Cena. And I'm not sure if you've seen the interview with John Cena, but they were talking about that match about the match that he had where Brock Lesnar suplexed him like 15 times, and he said the reason why they did that was because he came off of that when he beat the Undertaker. He ended the streak. So like if John Cena comes out and just destroys him, like that kind of kills the mystique of him actually toppling the Undertaker. And apparently it was an idea between Stone Cold and Brock. I guess Brock and Stone Cold are hanging out one night. And they called John Cena and was like, "Hey,
listen, kid.
Yeah, we have an idea for your match. How about Brock just kicks the shit out of you the whole match?" And John Cena was just like, "Yeah, I guess if like both of you guys are coming up with the idea, it makes sense."
Yeah,
he just went with it, and it worked. Now people are talking about it till this day. Like they're like, "Holy shit! Remember that match where John Cena got like destroyed, got squashed by Brock?"
That's memorable.
I think it's gonna happen, dude. Bro, with the Get a Life kid and all this shit, dude. He's
Get a life, kid.
He's gonna tell that to Cody after he's done beating him. He's gonna go, "Get a life, kid."
Surprised they haven't put that on a shirt already.
Oh no, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. Don't worry.
Coming.
It's gonna be Brock with his like creepy smirk, his scary smirk that he does. He's just gonna say, "Get a life, kid."
Get a life, kid.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely wear that shirt.
What a great
someone
shirt.
says something to me, I'm just gonna be like,
Did you see the new Roman shirt? Him, the cartoon of him with a goat head.
Yeah,
It's a Life's Not Fair and still.
Yeah, you know why they came up with that shirt?
Yeah, because the kid was crying at WrestleMania.
Yeah, the kid on Twitter, where his father recorded him crying that he lost, and he responded back saying, "Life's not fair and still."
That's hilarious.
Oh man! All right. And we have a bonus question for this one. How many suplexes will Brock Lesnar deliver to Cody Rhodes?
I'll go 7.
7. I'm gonna go with 4.
4.
Recent matches, he hasn't given a lot.
Yeah, I think he's really pissed at Cody, so he might go kind of crazy on this one. I'm going 9. You look what he did to his face, remember? Look what you did to my face! My face! My face! So yeah, I'm going 9.
All right.
Suplexes.
We're all over the place on those suplexes. I like that.
I think he's going to kill Cody, dude. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling where it's just going to be, he's just going to beat the crap out of him.
It's probably true.
All right. And that leaves us to our main event. Well, I guess that's another bonus question.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot.
Freaking Rollins versus AJ Styles for the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship. Before we get into the predictions for this, I think they confirmed that the World Heavyweight Championship is taking the lineage of the big gold belt. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing.
So John Cena held it last, so it'll be
right. Well, technically Orton. That's when they combined it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Same difference. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Where does this leave? It still doesn't clarify the Universal title lineage.
What it clarifies is we have 3 world champions. That's what it clarifies.
Here's what I don't get, because we kind of talk about this too. They don't even acknowledge that the black strap that Roman has, because they call that title the Undisputed Universal Championship. They don't call it the WWE Championship. So did the Universal Champion the title engulf that title, and now it's that's the representation of the Universal Championship is now those 2 belts,
right?
And now the lineage is with the World Heavyweight. That's what it was called before.
But then whenever you talk about Roman's reign, okay, the 1,000-day reign
is with the Universal.
If it's with the Universal, that's fine. But if you talk about it's with the WWE Championship reign, technically it's only like 340
Right.
days or
I
Yeah,
guess
so,
they
like,
count it more as
400 days.
the 1,000 days as like as a world champion, which shouldn't be.
Then
It
you
should
No,
separate
no,
you.
no.
But then
Right.
you have 2 world champions.
No, it's actually no.
exactly.
It's
But
1,000 days as the universal. Like if you go
like
back,
is the undisputed universal championship like its own title? So now like this is the start of its own lineage. Like that's what I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I'm going with the world heavyweight as the lineage of the WWE Championship slash
not
WWE
them, pal.
World Heavyweight. Because his 1,000-day reign is with the Universal Championship. That the black title has nothing to do with that. Because when he won that, you could add those days, and it's technically over 1,000 days if you want to combine the days he had the black strap with the 1,000 days. He's well over that amount of time. Like he's way up there now, if you put it that way.
Mhm.
So if you go back to WrestleMania, what was that? 37. He won that one, right?
What, the undisputed?
No, he won the black title, the black strap.
38.
38.
So 38 till now
Yeah, so
is pretty much that's how long he's
400
held it.
days.
So if you take those days and you add them to the 1,000 days, he's technically almost at Hogan probably right now, if you look at it.
Fuck this.
So like that's
All
why
right.
I'm saying
The numbers don't lie.
exactly. That's why I'm saying they're only counting it as a 1,000-day reign, which is just the Universal Championship, not that WWE one.
Right. I think it's just like they're counting it as 1,000 days as a world champion, which is dumb.
It's dumb.
Like,
And that's why I can't get behind this now.
Yeah,
even more
me-
so
yeah,
this
yeah,
1,000-day stuff. Like it's just stupid.
Yeah,
to
it
me.
is stupid.
well, no, I can get behind it because he's still the universal champ, but this is where the whole world heavyweight championship comes in,
But-
where it's like, can they just clarify what the lineage is?
Yeah.
Because then I'll be able to say, all right, fine. Like if this new world heavyweight championship is going to take on the Buddy Rogers, Bruno, Hogan lineage, cool.
But-
Just clarify that.
but
They're
it-
not saying anything.
But again, the Universal isn't called a heavyweight championship. It's called the Universal. It's not a world champ. He's the Universal champ.
Right.
So they don't describe him as a world champ because he's technically not the world champ. He's the Universal champion.
Well, the Universal Championship is a world championship in WWE, like a top champion, the main champion.
Well, it's a top. Yeah, it's a top. Like the name of
That's
it.
what I
isn't
mean.
world.
Not like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
called the
Yeah.
the world championship.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. So
the Universal
I mean,
Championship is a world championship.
Like I said, they're going by it's the Universal Championship that's what the title is. That's what I
Right.
call it anyway. And they just
I don't know.
Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit?
exactly.
If they just clarified this, it would be so much easier. But whatever.
We'll see what happens when they whoever wins it.
Yeah, they
Say-
have to. They have to just finally just say something about it.
Jesus Christ, I think maybe we need a little work there.
They are
They
going
do.
to need some work there.
Fix the lineage.
All right. Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who is going to become the inaugural champion?
I'll go first. 1,000% Seth Rollins.
Mhm.
You don't
Without
think
a
there's a
doubt.
swerve, bro?
Nope. Zero chance.
Marco, are you believing that it might be AJ Styles?
I'm not believing it, but I have like a kind of weird suspicion.
Then pick him.
Well, you already
Where your mouth
is that
is?
it? You're all
Be
done?
a man, Marco.
You already made your pick.
Yeah.
No explanation on why.
Oh,
You
I'll
think?
give give a clear explanation because he's trying to set himself. He's trying to already put this title over, even though he hasn't won it, by comparing himself to Roman and how great he is and blah blah blah, and how great their relationship is. He's already trying to put himself on that pedestal with Roman without even winning the title. That's why they've had the interview with Paul Heyman a couple weeks ago. It's slam dunk Seth Rollins. Plus, you take AJ off of Raw, off of SmackDown. What do you do with the rest of the OC? They're just left floundering.
That's true, yeah.
Right. That's my biggest thing. You can't bring the entire OC over to Raw. And to your point about the whole Seth Rollins thing, if he loses and comparing himself to Roman, his only other option would be to fight Roman, and that in turn decreases the value of the World Heavyweight Championship because it's like, well, I compared myself to Roman, now I got to go beat Roman.
Yeah.
So it's got to be.
It's a whole. It's supposed to be like the the new the champion title where you defended it every week and all this stuff, and then you see pictures of him being in the MCU at some point.
I think that was months ago.
You think so?
Yeah.
It wasn't recent.
I don't think those are recent pictures because he had the blonde streaks in his hair in those pictures.
He still has it.
I thought he dyed his hair black.
No, he still has a blonde streak.
Okay, never mind.
Still there.
Okay, never mind. But anyways, I just it's not as prevalent, I feel like. I don't know.
Well, also, how long is he gonna film for? What is a Captain America? Like, how long does the filming really take?
New world order?
It's not like he's in a prominent role, I would imagine. Like,
We don't know.
wasn't Becky in an MCU movie too? And
yeah, I think he can do that. He can do that on his off days. It's fine.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I think they're blowing up the whole Seth thing because
He's getting into the Marvel. He's gonna
be a big movie star. Big old movie star. He's gonna be Dwayne Johnson too.
I don't think you get your first movie role and you're gonna be months away filming a Marvel movie.
Give him a goddamn Oscar right now, folks.
I thought that was almost like a Trump. Almost
He's gonna be a big movie star.
Said, wow, look how big of a movie star.
Great movie star. I've seen
He's a great movie star.
Oh man,
Seth Rollins is gonna be the greatest movie star of all time.
I don't know. Like, all of these other guys are chumps. Seth
Roman Reigns would never touch a Marvel movie. I could tell you that.
Roman Reigns, this guy, he's a loser, quite frankly.
Oh my god,
Samoan Dynasty, they're losers. They're not winners like the McMahons.
They owned Raw once. Don't forget, Trump bought Raw off of Vince McMahon at one point.
Santina Morella, you're fired.
God damn it.
Carlito, if you spit that apple in my face.
Very disgusting, very nasty.
It's very
that apple.
Some would say deplorable.
Oh boy.
All right.
President Trump, everyone. President
Seth?
Trump.
Yeah, it's gonna be Seth. The interview that they did about how everyone wants to forget.
He can't afford to lose this.
No.
He has
we said here's the thing.
for-
We said the same thing about Cody, and look what fucking happened, dude.
No, but this is different. Like,
Yeah, this is
Why is it different?
build a
The video
championship.
comebacks,
you build a
montages.
championship
Then
with
pick
the sole
pick
purpose-
AJ, Marco. Pick AJ.
Please
Do it.
pick AJ. Just listen. You create his championship built solely around the reason that he's the fighting champion against Roman.
Yeah.
Seth goes on for months or weeks talking about he wants to be a fighting champion. He wants to be the first world champion. And then he gets in an interview saying, comparing himself to Roman and talking about how he wants to be a champion. He wants to be on the level of Roman.
He's a champion.
But he wants
If
people
he
to forget
loses,
Roman, he's
like, there's nothing else for him. Like, he can win all the U.S. titles he wants. Like, he needs this championship.
and I mean, a little bit of me wants AJ to win because I want him to win a title again.
Oh, me too.
A
Yeah,
title.
I was
That's what
thinking
it
maybe
is.
AJ wins just because, like, how many world titles is AJ going to win at this stage in his career?
Yeah,
But it's got to be Seth.
yeah.
Has to be.
Seth freaking Rollins.
For a weekend. For a
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right. Well, I guess
That's-
that's it.
that's
Oh,
afternoon.
are we doing a bonus question of who?
Afternoon of Champions? We could do a main event.
Yeah.
Who's the main
so
event?
who's going to be in the main
Ooh,
event?
The triple main event.
Who wants to go
Who's-
first?
Who's going on last? You mean? Is that what we're saying?
Right. Who is going on last? I will start
Okay.
because of the way that my predictions have aligned.
Here we go.
Actually, no. No, I'm going safe. I'm gonna go with Seth and AJ.
Okay.
Main event.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
That's my
back to-
crutch
All right,
because of
yeah.
my solo.
All right, all
moment.
right, all right. That's what I'm going with. So we throw that question out the door.
Yeah, let's
All
throw
right,
it
fuck
away. How many curb stomps does he do? No.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's safe to say that. I mean, it's a big deal.
You have to make it a big deal. You know, you have to
Yeah.
make this
It's not like
thing,
putting the WWE title in the middle of WrestleMania.
I think they'll open up the show with the tag titles.
But that's a part of the main. Well, actually, yeah, that's true. All right. You don't think they're going to do back-to-back main events? Like,
Nah.
they're going to go in a row?
Nah.
Well, they kind of did it on Backlash. They did Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They did the
I
tag
think that's
match, and
different.
then
You
they
can't
did-
open the show with Bad Bunny.
Yes.
Like, you can open. It'll probably be you open the show with one. You have one dead in the middle of the show,
Mhm.
one at the end.
In the let's go to the Marriott, brother. Position.
Here's a bonus question. Does Cody Rhodes come down in his American flag?
Oh baby.
Or does he have to change it up a little bit?
Oh, true. Are they like allowed? Like, is he going to be called the American Nightmare? Like, that's
I don't know.
I mean,
The
it's not a
Saudi
bonus question,
Arabia.
but I think it's something.
The
to say.
Saudi
Arabian
Arabia.
Nightmare.
The Arabian Nightmare.
The Saudi Arabian Nightmare.
I'm joking, but at the same time, again,
You know
United
what?
States Championship being
This whole
defended.
thing of it being a fight, maybe this is a
fight.
way
Yeah.
for Cody to,
Fighting.
fuck off with the big grand entrance and the pyro. What if he just comes out with jeans, a
And-
taped up arm?
Just like old Dusty would do.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Cowbell.
bionic
Oh,
elbow.
and I just thought about this. Hello, Dusty broke his arm.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're doing the hard times thing, dude.
All right, there you
they're
go.
doing the hard times
Yeah.
storyline.
He's
over
coming
again.
off in a cutoff black T-shirt and jeans and a
Yep.
big old belt buckle, Texas cowboy belt, and some boots that can be tucked into the jeans.
Yep.
Yeah,
1,000,000%.
yep. There's gonna
Yep.
be blood.
Maybe
Yeah,
they'll, have Brock come out first, cue the music for Cody, and then Cody just comes up from behind him.
Yeah,
fuck
yep.
the entrance,
Fight. It's a fight.
It's a fight.
Because
Fight.
yeah, with Backlash, you can get away with it. He did he had like the Puerto Rican flag on his jacket. Like that's how he like. I'm not sure if anyone noticed that, but
Yeah, I did.
I think I called it not on the show, but
Well, that's
yeah, it was,
a little bit different.
yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, but you
Put
can
a,
get away with it because it's red, white, and blue. It's the same thing and stuff like
Right,
that.
but I mean,
it's
like-
kind of patriotic, but isn't. But can you do like the patriotism stuff there? Which I don't. Not sure if the American Nightmare flies over there. I'm not sure if they want to hear
Think they
the
have to
term
do something like
American
that?
Nightmare over there. I don't know. I don't know. Might be a bad thing. No American Nightmares
it's a
over
bad
there.
Didn't they have to do something like that? That they had to like not do a American gimmick for some reason, like kind of mask it. don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
So
Newsflash: Saudi Arabians don't like us.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah. So I don't think. Yeah.
it's
I'm
a
going with-
fight.
Yeah, I'm going
It's
with
a fight.
I'm going
There's
with
two
the-
things in this world that separate the boys from the men. There's wrestling matches, and then there's fights.
Fight.
And this weekend we're gonna see a fight.
Yeah,
What's your
long,
fight?
yeah, long are the days
Fight
where
me.
we're not going to get any like the Iraqi sympathizer storylines and all that stuff. We can't do that stuff nowadays anymore with Hogan and Slaughter and all that stuff. So
No more burning Hulkamania t-shirts.
no more burning Hulkamania. No more wrestling in the boots that did he send him didn't Slaughter get boots gifted to him?
Kayfabe, yes.
Yeah, kayfabe by
by Saddam Hussein.
yeah, Saddam Hussein. I will wrestle in these boots proudly.
What a great story.
Go back and watch that promo. I was actually
Hey, it was almost Hulk Hogan versus Sheik Tugboat.
that is actually true. Yeah, that would have been. Ugh. That would have been.
Sheik Tugboat.
Who is
Yeah,
that?
Sheik.
It's
Oh, Tugboat.
Shockmaster.
Sorry, I didn't hear the tugboat.
He was gonna be Sheik Tugboat.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Instead of
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh,
He was
that would've
supposed to
been-
turn on Hogan and become an Iraqi sympathizer,
Yeah.
which he
That doesn't
eventually
make
turned on
sense.
Hogan.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. You have Sergeant Slaughter do it because he's like, all American hero. and all
That's
that
why
stuff.
it's hilarious to me.
Yeah. I was actually watching. What was it? I think Joe Rogan interviewed some like dude recently, some comedian that's a wrestling fan, and they actually at the end of the podcast,
Ric Flair.
they started talking about it for some reason. No, it was that's some other dude, and they actually brought up that the Iraqi sympathizer promo that he cut with the Mean Gene and Iron Sheik, and they actually sat down and watched it, and Joe Rogan is like dying laughing. He's like, oh
Yeah.
because he never like he's not like a
He's
wrestling
a big
fan, but,
man, yeah.
so he didn't know like all this stuff was happening. He's like, oh my god, this is great. He's like, how the hell did they get away with this stuff?
Jamie, pull up that video.
Did
of,
they put Sergeant Slaughter in a racket? Jamie, can
Oh
you
no,
pull
he
that
was
up?
like, he was
Can you
dying
pull that up?
laughing, dude. He was like, holy shit. And then they're like, wait, this is the best part. He gives him, Saddam Hussein gives him boots, and then he gives him the gift, and he's like, oh my god. He's like, that's ballsy, dude. How the hell did they get away with that back then?
he was just too high.
Hey,
Yeah, that's true.
Have you heard of Farmer Burns? You ever heard of Farmer Burns?
Alpha, you gotta try Alpha Brain. It's really good for you.
Oh my god.
Like, hey, you gotta try Boost Meat. Yeah.
Boost.
Jamie, pull that up. Jamie, can you pull it up?
That's
You know-
half the podcast.
Pretty
Jamie,
much,
can you
yeah.
pull it up?
Rhino meat is really it's full of nutrients, and it really can get your testosterone up if you're low on T.
Boost meat.
If you got low T, get some rhino meat.
That's funny.
Damn it. All right, let's wrap this one up.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we have to.
All right. Well, I can't find the thing right now, so
Oh boy.
there it goes.
Hey, yo.
Chatter Sneed, please give me access. To the stream again, for fuck's sake. Folks, thanks for listening to another episode of the RAWDOWN. Marco, what do you got going on?
New episode of the Chick Foley Show out right now on all your streaming services. We do kind of like a little fast preview of the weekend of wrestling. So we talk obviously Night of Champions or Afternoon of Champions. We also talk Battleground NXT. That's on Sunday. And on the same night, AEW has their show going on. So we kind of pick and shoot. We pick like the main matches from each event and kind of go over it. Those because running through every single card we'd have been there for like 3 hours. So we do like we pick the main matches and then we do like a quick speed round of the other matches in that, and then obviously the other fun hijinks of the Chick Foley Show, listener mail, all that stuff. Other than that, yeah, chickfoleyshow.com. chickfoley.com. Sign up for our Facebook group. Join the fun in our predictions league. Just started up, so we have a big weekend coming up. So a lot of predictions to make. I don't think we're including any other TNA and stuff like that. I think it's just
Should.
Yeah, we
TNA
should
is
actually.
awesome.
Isn't ROH doesn't do anything, right? No, that's
No.
yeah, okay. What was it? I was thinking ROH or GCW. Hopefully not adding that stuff.
No GCW,
But yeah.
no Impact, but we need to.
ROH
NXT.
apparently has 19 matches tonight.
Yes.
Definitely check out Honor Society. I'm sure they're going to break
All
down
19.
every single
matches.
one of them. I don't know
Well,
how
that's-
they do it. 19
action-
matches.
It-
That is a WrestleMania 35 card. on a
Literally,
Thursday.
yeah, for free.
And Ace and Colton, they do it superb. So definitely
Yeah.
check them out. They usually go on around 10:15. So they're gonna do it always perfectly.
So we need to get it going.
Yeah, we gotta wrap up. J-Bone, what do you got going on?
Head over to comingdowntheaislepod.com. This past week, Miles and I dropped a new list. We talked about the top 10 debuts of all time. And this week, I've got New York NYWC wrestler. Well, that's where he was trained at anyway. Alvin Alvarez, pro wrestler. He's from the Long Island area. He was on AEW Dark and Dynamite a couple of months back. We watched his AEW Dark match against with him, Brother Greatness, and Aaron Rourke taking
Brother
on the
Greatness.
Dark Order. So that's he was trained by Alex Reynolds. So we kind of hear his history a little bit, and And then next week I'll have a regular show. This is normal. And the following week I'll have, because I'll be out. I'll be having we'll do a list in its place. So that's still I'll have some good content, even though I'm out, baby. Got it planned. So,
all right.
That's it.
And quick plug for Invictus. They've got another show coming June 25th at the Knights of Columbus in New Jersey. They are partnering up with NFW for Northern Conquest. It is their second combo show with another company. So it's going to be a fun time. Definitely check out what they've got going on. My match that I'm looking forward to the most is PJ Savage versus Face in I believe it's a Jersey street fight, which is very appropriate for both men at the Knights of Columbus. So I'm sure PJ Savage will be jumping off the stage as he normally does, but it'll be legal because it's a street fight. So definitely check that out on IWTV. It's going to be a banger of a show. And with that all out of the way, folks, if you liked what you heard, and I know that you did, make sure that you head on down to the TurnbuckleTavern.com. Look at him. His eyebrows raise. Get off your phone, pal. We're working. Jesus. There we are. The TurnbuckleTavern.com. Listen to all of our podcasts. Watch our videos on YouTube. And follow us on social media where you can get the latest on the tavern. On Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, Discord. Join our Discord. I'm sure we're going to be lighting it up in there with 3 major shows this weekend. Check that all out. Join our community. Also, if you want to give us your money, and I highly suggest you do, ProWrestlingTees.com/tavern is the place to do it. Some new shirts are coming in, so you definitely want to get your money ready for us. I'm sure there's always a pro wrestling team.
Yeah, there's a sale this weekend.
Yes, I knew it. Memorial Day sale, I'm sure.
No code needed.
No code needed.
20%.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And if that's not enough for you, go on over to Teespring. Find us at theturnbuckletavern.com. You can go to the Teespring link and get your stickers and your mugs. I know we're past Backlash season, but you can always be Mr. Backlash.
I'm Mr. Backlash.
And I will be the RAWDOWN champion next week, but, regardless. Finally, if you want to get your voice heard, 304-404-2004 is the number to call to hear your message played on the flagship show. Call the tavern and leave us a voicemail. Tyson has called us in the past. He has said some nice things about the RAWDOWN. And now that he is finally back watching, maybe we'll get another call from Tyson this week. Who knows? Or maybe we'll get a Paul Ellering call, or an Austin call, or anyone. Call us. 304-404-2004. That's the number to call. Talk about the RAWDOWN. Leave us a voicemail. Call the tavern. Folks, next week, you're going to have a brand new RAWDOWN champion.
No, you're not.
It'll be a fun time. Enjoy the weekend. A lot of great wrestling. AEW, WWE, NXT. It's all going to be some great shows. Enjoy the weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you next week. And as always,
Life sucks, and then you die.